Okay, I guess we're on the live side.
Yes, we are.
So you did Bogdan up on Port Huron. Okay.
What's up, Corey?
Okay. Corey's first this morning.
Corey was there.
Wow.
Up, David?
Come on, Corey, AZ, you got beat out.
Good competition.
And Russell that early today. He was a little late yesterday. Russell was.
What's up, Russell?
So it was Corey, then David AZ, and then Russell. And here comes Captain Joe.
What's up, Joe?
Morning, Joe. Good morning, Corey and Russell and AZ. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, I said hi to you, David.
Yeah, Justin keeps his microphone off to the side a little bit. Sometimes it's not real loud.
Not real loud.
No.
Oh, it's turned down all the way. What the hell? Don't know why it was turned down. Well, hi again, Corey, David, Russell, Joe, if you didn't hear me.
Is that volume better there, AZ?
Yeah, for some reason, Zoom had my mic turned all the way down. Like all the way down. It was barely even turned on.
Yeah.
AZ said, you said hi like a girl. That's why I didn't hear it.
Hey, AZ, yeah. You get it. Yeah, Captain Joe goes waking up at 5 a.m. bullshit.
Yeah, I did a 4-to-1 for like 3 years, Joe. That shit sucks getting up at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. Then you gotta go to bed when everybody's up running around the house.
I got to pitch some peanuts.
Try going to bed at like 7 o'clock with 3 kids running around in the house. I'm not a pain in the ass. Just close your door. You have a door in your office.
Good morning there, Sarah. Yeah. Oh, she said it is closed. Could still hear him screaming.
Well, I wasn't doing night shifts, Corey. I was working 4 in the morning till 1 in the afternoon, so I'd have to get up at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. But I mean, that was early enough, you know. I'd have to go to bed at like 6, 7 o'clock at night to get some decent sleep. It was just really hard with the kids running around the house, and then people would show up.
Of course, yeah, that time of night.
Yeah, I can back. My little chipmunk was out there.
Hey, good morning, JD.
7 AM to 7 PM. 12-hour shift.
12-hour shifts. Oh, wow.
3 days working, 2 days off, every second week shift from night to days. Must have been hard to do that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, going from night shift to day shift kills you.
Oh, yeah. Every second week it shifts so that you're doing nighttime.
Sean has to do that all the time at his job. One week he'll be working day shifts. Next week he'll be working night shifts. That screws up your sleeping schedule so bad when jobs do that to you.
I don't know why they do that. They know it's hard on people.
Oh, Sarah's boss came out, the big boss came out and told everybody to sit down and be quiet. Must have been too much shenanigans going on in the office.
Well, I mean, you're in a doctor's office. You can't just be having your kids running around acting all crazy in there. Gotta have them somewhat under wraps. Yeah, I saw that last night. Fox News updated that Joe on YouTube. That they found the debris field for that. Because David was showing us a picture last night. So there was they have these 3 little mirrors that they pop out on the plane. There's like 3 or 4 of these little mirrors. So when they're flying through like the continental United States, friendly areas, it's so radar can pick them up. Apparently they didn't have those out when they were flying, and they still don't know why the damn guy ejected out of the plane. The damn thing flew by itself fine for a while.
Yeah, they said it had almost a full tank of fuel and it flew around.
Well, and they said the only thing that was going wrong with the plane at the time when he ejected was just the transponder was not working correctly. That's not a reason to eject out of the plane, so that's kind of makes you wonder what the hell happened. Or
Yeah.
if he I mean, I guess it could be a mishap, but I don't know how you accidentally eject. I mean, I'm not a pilot, so I don't really know if that's even a possible thing without having to go through some procedures.
Well, and what they don't tell us, Justin, is how experienced this pilot was.
Yeah.
Because he was doing a series of training missions. So is he a newbie,
I would say flying an F-35 or F-22, probably not.
No,
Usually those are the top pilots that get those planes.
But the problem you're having is not everybody's joining the military. So they got to go with lesser candidates. I think the military's down like 30 or 40%.
I don't think it was that. I think they were 20,000 short on recruitment. I don't think that they're actually down in numbers though.
I don't know. I'd have to look.
like if you read an article on the F-35, there's been a lot of problems with it. Did you see that all of them got to have a new engine put in them? I was reading an article yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right about that, Joe. Totally. Because they said ejecting from a plane is really hard on the body. And some guys will actually, their careers will end over that because it causes injuries because of the amount of force that takes to eject out of a plane. Uh, God, I hope he wouldn't rustle that on $110 million plane.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Because I was looking at, they've had some problems with, they say that it's still not up to full capability of what that plane can do.
Well,
But
that's the problem. It's just, I don't think it's really trash. I just think it's so advanced that there's a lot of bugs in it.
yeah, well,
They're
that's
trying to,
a lot of bugs in it. But they said that thing's due, they're due for a new engine or something, some new upgraded engine or something. I don't know. But one of the biggest problems, if you go to like the F-18s and stuff, they're all dual engines. Okay, one engine kicks out. Hey, you still got one. But the problem is, this one here's only got one engine. When it quits, see ya.
oh, well, I mean, the F-16 only has one engine, but that was a really reliable plane. They just have to they'll get it together eventually.
Yeah.
It's just when you're building really advanced shit like that with a lot of new technology and everything, there's going to be a lot of bugs and shit you got to work out.
But how did that thing fly before it crashed? That's what I don't understand. They haven't said, eh? Because they said when that pilot ejected, it was on autopilot. So it's going to take a few minutes, Paul, for that to clear up because it's all pixelated. It's starting to come, but yeah.
According to Air Force Recruiting Service Boss Brigadier General Christopher Amron, the Air Force will meet its
We'll miss.
enlistment goal across the three components for the first time since 1999. As warning, interest in military service and administrative is down, falling short at 70%. However, they fell short by 30% in each component. So they're down 30% in all the various components.
Yeah, we just need somebody to do something stupid, and then that will cause everybody to go in and volunteer.
Well, who was it? Somebody is predicting that we're going to be at war with China pretty soon.
That's a lot of people have been saying that for a while now.
Especially with the leadership you got right now.
Yeah, and Russia just gave North Korea a whole bunch of their military equipment, like attack drones and all kinds of things.
Like I said, you take nukes off the table and China doesn't stand a chance. There's just too many modern militaries on the US's side. They would. It might be a hell of a battle, but they would end up kicking their ass. I mean, there's a lot of modern navies out there that are like really allied closely with the US that are very experienced. China just doesn't have enough support from countries around the world to sustain a major conflict like that. I mean, most of their really close allies, let's face it, are really shit countries like North Korea. Get another major conflict or another major 9/11 event, and it's gonna spark a whole new surge in enlistment. It always does.
Russell, that's why I ordered Babel and studying Mandarin, so I'll be able to communicate. You know, something.
Give me a second, Paul, Justin.
Well, if you two must know, it's none of your guys' fucking business, so stop asking. 'Cause I have been making money for the last 3 weeks doing other things, and it's none of your guys' damn business, so stop asking. I already asked comments in the fucking chat. Tired of seeing it.
Yeah, you'd be the first one to tell me you got one, right?
Well, I've been making money for the last 3 weeks, but it's nobody's fucking business. I'm tired of everybody asking me,
Huh.
making stupid ass comments in the chat.
Well, so far it's quiet today. I guess I'm going back to sanding today, Paul. Well, I guess Paul's each doing something, Phil. Oh, I hope that maybe today I can finish sanding. You have to drywall mud's dry from yesterday, but it should be. Actually, I should go down and put the fan on downstairs and so I can do some more sanding today. Make my dining room, what a freaking mess. Dust everywhere. It's going to take weeks to clean it up. But it's almost there. I did a lot of sanding last night. Again, a couple areas I had to touch up. And hopefully it's dry today. I know some areas will be dry, but I got one of those double halogen lights I've had for a while. I'm in the dining room right now there, AZ. It was all, plaster and stuff, and I had wallpaper on it and all that. So what I did was I stripped all the wallpaper off, and there was a few holes and cracks and stuff. So I fixed all that, and I skim coated all the walls with drywall mud. So I've got a lot of it sanded now. Getting close to paint, and I had a water leak. I had over a dormer, and so anyways, they fixed it and stuff. So, probably half a day of sanding maybe, and I should be done. I should be able to paint the dining room. That's all I'm going to do this year. I don't know. I got one more room. Well, I shouldn't say one more room, but I got a small room I'd like to do. But I also want to do my bathroom. It gets, old houses, right? So, but my bathroom has still got one of those old clawfoot tubs in it, right? Would like to put it in a metal one and put a proper, shower and ceramic tile and all that stuff, right? So. It's got wallpaper in there too, so. Now, all this up here, the 32 sheets of drywall that I put up down the stairway, the hallway, and up here, that's all done except for the trim. I expect to do it over the winter, put all the trim on, but it's one of those never-ending jobs, I guess you want to call it there, AZ. But the dining room, I want to get cleaned up. So I'm almost there. Nothing but a little bit of hard work and some paint and drywall mud and stuff. And anyways. I got a thing from DJI. It's called Mini to the Max. September the 25th, 2023. Was it a new Mini?
It's probably the announcement for the Mini 4.
It says Mini to the Max. Huh. Look at that. Got a thing that says here, Canadian Tire, which we have here in Canada. Redeem your bonus gift card. Use the loyalty to Canadian Tire for your own benefit. The chosen winner of the day is Paul Hodges. The 10 bonus gift cards for today have been offered. Follow simple steps to get the card. And it's from Chris Oliver at WebMurrayTip@Outlook.hu. Okay, that's not. Delete. Oh, look at that. It's gone. Oh, darn, I missed out on the thing.
Yep.
Oh,
David, so when's the wedding party?
yeah, I went to wedding party. Can't have her come into a house that's all fucking tore apart and a mess. He's gonna pick up Paul Murray, pick him up, drive him up here for the wedding. Okay, guys, being funny. I'm not ready for that yet. Trust me. It's nice to have somebody with you, but I'm not sure if I want them.
Did I hear right that you're planning a wedding? All right, Paul.
Yeah, right. I don't think I'm ready for that shit yet. I almost like living alone, to tell you the truth.
No, you don't.
I'd like to have.
That may be what you tell yourself, but no, you don't. You're happiest, you're smiling, you're laughing and everything when you've got her in the house.
Yeah.
So when's the date? Is it going to be like Christmas time or?
Yeah, no, not yet. I'll let you guys know when.
Well, then you got to figure out where you're going to go for your honeymoon.
Yeah, really, eh? Yeah.
But you said that cruises right now are dirt cheap, so maybe.
I don't know. I looked the other day. It looks like they've gone up in price quite a bit.
Oh, really?
Oh, there's still some cheaper ones around, but Yeah, you don't have that much time, buddy.
Happiness is just a ring away, Paul.
Yeah. More money away too. Yeah.
Yeah, but right now your business is going good. You can afford it.
It dropped off, Paul. It's quiet. I don't even have nothing for today. I had 2 signs yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, it's dropping off now for the winter, I think, unless something drastically happens on the market. Well, it's not so much that there ain't listings out there. I've got a lot of signs out there, but the problem is nobody's buying right now. I took one off the market the other day, another one, they're just not selling. And then the sign's been up there twice now.
Really?
Yep.
What do you want?
Yeah, there you go, Captain Joe. Yeah. There's an idea. Yeah. Yeah, you can. Yeah, no getting there, Corey. Yeah, there you go. I have to get married on a ship, but it's going by Paul, right? uh,
She didn't eat her breakfast, and that's what she was up.
yeah.
You know, maybe she's getting like me, very forgetful, because now she's over there munching on it.
I don't know there, Corey. Maybe they improved or something.
No, Corey didn't change anything.
Well, just probably YouTube, maybe. They up something, change something, maybe.
Yeah, not a lot going on YouTube.
Wayne, I'm not in a fucking mood today.
World Affairs?
I never got one anyways, Corey, for a Zoom update. I never got nothing.
Well, you know what? The thing of it is I don't know about you guys, Justin. I don't know if it's happened to you. I get like every couple, 3 or 4 days, I get an update on one of the computers, and then the next day or two, then the update on the other computers. Yeah. But it doesn't really tell you what that's updating. It's just saying update now.
Oh, they do the security updates usually once a week.
Okay.
And they've been doing a lot of updates lately. I've gotten a whole bunch of them from my laptop and my PC.
Yeah, that's right. Listen to JD, Corey. Don't confuse the old man. Yeah, 2 updates last week.
Okay, I'm just going to try something. You got the T-shirt and the divorce. Oh, cool. I'm gonna try something here.
Later, Corey. Oh no, does Zoom have an update? Let me see. I don't really monitor Zoom anymore since I'm not using it that much.
I don't know. I got a big delay on mine. I just looking and watching because I lifted my hand up and I watched it over here. Yep, it's good 30 seconds behind. Huh.
Okay,
Anya?
Corey, take care. He's
Yeah,
got to go to a meeting.
yeah,
I would imagine it's an online meeting, I think.
probably.
But doesn't he work mostly from home, Paul?
Yeah, I think so. Hey, good morning, Anya.
Nanya.
Yeah, there was a last night there. I watched that news conference there, Justin. You know about that kid being killed down there, Winter Haven.
Oh, yeah. I watched it yesterday. What's up,
Boy,
Joel?
boy, did that narrative ever change on it? Because that kid was trying to rob that one girl, right?
Yeah, but it was with the gun that he sold her that was stolen.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, there's what? Well, 5 people, but the one was dead. But the other 4 all been charged with different stuff. But they say she had the right to defend herself. But the thing is that she was a felon, so she couldn't have a gun, and then she had a stolen gun. And I mean, she
Most
either,
most
but
likely she won't get charged with a murder charge, but she'll get charged with having a weapon as a felon.
Violating probation, yeah.
Plus, they found a bunch of drugs in her house, so she got distributing charges.
oh yeah, she's like too, I think.
The sad part of it is that in everyday life out there, there's a certain large percentage of the population that, in fear of their life, have turned to weapons.
Yeah. Because the criminals are so brazen now, like the government not doing nothing to put them away.
Yeah,
Look
did
at
you-
Illinois. They just
Justin,
the law that there's no cash bail anywhere in Illinois. And look at the problems they have in Chicago.
Yep. Justin, did you see that news article on the TV of a gang of about 5 or 7 teenagers went into a party store, beat the hell out of the female clerk,
Oh.
and stole everything they could grab their hands on, and went out the door with carrying all kinds of stuff?
No, where was that at?
But I know it's on Fox News, but the thing.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
watching the one the other night where the guy went into the gas station to steal a bunch of cigarettes.
Yeah.
And the 2 guys that owned the store tackled him to the ground, and the one dude started beating the shit out of him with some kind of pole.
Yeah.
And literally, they rolled him over on his stomach, and the dude was like whipping him in the ass. It was funny as hell.
Captain Joe, felony possession of a firearm in Louisiana is mandatory 10 years. Well, they need to have some tough laws in different places, right? So. Now you say I'm going to start selling bricks shaped like guns so you can beat a jerk and not go to jail. But it might be classified as an assault weapon. Yeah.
Here it is, right here. Fox out of Seattle.
Yeah. Wow. That state up there or Seattle area, it's like Chicago. It's a free for all.
Oh yeah, yep, definitely. Screen share. Okay, here we go. Let's give it some sound.
Repeatedly, even after she's on the ground. Now, police are looking for 6 suspects in Normandy Park. Just a devastating case from the South Sound topping our news. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us for Fox 13 News at 10. I'm Matthew Smith.
And I'm Nia Wong. As you mentioned, police are searching for at least 6 suspects who assaulted a gas station cashier in Normandy Park. Police say very little cash or anything of value was taken.
But that woman who was working was hit and kicked again and again. Our Zach,
Yeah, go to CNN. They don't have it on there.
I just want to know, how exactly is she doing?
Well, for what it's worth, okay, but how can you be okay in a situation like hers?
Let's see if I can get.
Yeah. Yeah.
She even called out I'm not fighting you, letting them take the cash and
Here-
Okay.
here's the video.
Behind the counter with one repeatedly hitting and kicking her over 24 times.
At one point, I told him, "You can stop hitting me. I'm not fighting you." He didn't slow him down, though.
There was less than $100 in the till.
They were laughing. They had no disregard for anything. They don't care anymore.
You can see the others use the roughly 25 seconds to steal vapes from the cigarette case, clumsily dropping the majority of their haul on the way out.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if it's just kids don't seem to fear anything anymore. They don't. There's like no repercussions for them the way there used to be.
The suspects
Suspects are young. Take a closer look. Maybe you recognize them by the clothes or the backpacks they had on.
There you go. Want to see some good retribution? Watch this.
The beating seen in this now viral video is under investigation by the Stockton Police Department. The more than 5-minute clip shows a man emptying shelves of cigarettes from a Stockton 7-Eleven store into a trash can.
And I'm telling him, no, there's nothing we could do. There's nothing you could do. There's nothing, you know, we just let him take and just go.
This dude wasn't having it right here. Watch.
As a bystander recorded the tense moments. That 7-Eleven is on South Center Street in Stockton.
Trying to fill it out because I said, my job is to make it home.
And go behind the counter.
Once the guy was done, he tried to bypass the other employee. Other employee grabbed him, and other.
Well,
Clip, the
they
man is
beat the
hit
living
more than
hell out of
2
him.
dozen times.
Then I had to get really stern with my words. It's enough. And then, so they kind of stopped, and I kind of was.
Yeah, oh, fuck that. Keep beating them. That was funny. They literally rolled that guy over on his stomach and was whooping him in the ass.
Yeah, it's a different world out there, Paul.
The problem is the crook would probably sue him and win.
Oh,
Which-
yeah. More than likely.
He could have just said, well, I was putting stuff in there because I was going to do a checkout on the way out, right?
That's crazy, Joe. Well, it depends on where you're at, though. I mean, like I said, there's some states you won't see that kind of stuff happening in. It just depends on where you're at.
Especially your employer in Sheriff Grady's area.
Well, I mean, all the sheriffs down here are like that. Like I said, the one sheriff down here, the one that got pissed off because the prosecutor wasn't prosecuting anybody that they were arresting and was letting them go. He went to the governor's office, complained about it, and the governor removed the prosecutor and put a different prosecutor in office. It was a state attorney because they weren't doing their job like they were supposed to be. And so he did exactly, he took the law enforcement's recommendation for that area and he removed them and put somebody in there that will prosecute them. But like I said, it's all about what area you're in as well. It's not like that everywhere you go. It's just certain areas. Because the thing is if your local law enforcement and your state government is not on the same page, nothing's gonna work. They all have to be on the same page for things to work correctly. And that's the problem, is there are some law enforcement agencies in some areas that want to do their job, but they can't. Because they're not allowed to, because the state makes them do other things.
Well, a lot of times it's not the cops, it's the prosecutors and, and the governors, the way they run the state or whatever, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Your local and state governments have to be on the same page. If they're working hand in hand with each other and they have the same goals, then, and those goals are to actually hold up the law that they have and back their law enforcement, you should see a definite drop in crime. Like our area is in a 50-year low on crime. Even though we've had our fair share, you've seen it here and there. We're still in a very low crime area. Yeah, gentrification. I know what that is, Nanny.
I didn't realize I was muted.
Oh,
That's like I miss my home state. I would love to go back to California, but I would never live there again. At least not in the current state it's in.
You know, the sad part of it is there's so many places in this world that people used to go and like to go and visit and just see it. You know, it's like New York City. Why would anybody go to New York City?
Hmm.
It's terrible.
Well,
no,
like I said, I've always wanted to have an apartment there, and I've always wanted to have a getaway apartment there, you know, if I was like, you know, ever hit the lottery, something like that. But definitely not in the current state it's in now.
Well, what is it? New York City, I think, is getting 10 to 20,000 illegal immigrants moving to the city of New York City every month.
yeah, but that's nothing to what Texas is getting.
Oh yeah, Texas is getting 100,000 people a week, I think.
Yeah, like it just.
And you know what? That some liberal judge ruled to tell Texas to take that barrier down on Rio.
Oh, just
You know, the state doesn't really have to abide by that, right? They can do a, what the hell is it called? It's where the state,
States' rights
well,
type of thing. Yep.
well, it's a thing that the states can do, and I can't remember what the name of it is, but what they can do is they can pretty much tell the federal government to F off, and then they'll pass a law making it illegal for local or state law enforcement to help federal agencies in any kind of law enforcement, like cooperation. I just can't think of what the hell it's called. But it will actually force the federal government. It kind of forces them to back off. Fuck, I wish I could remember the name of it. But some states have used it when they've tried banning guns and stuff. But it makes it really hard for the federal government to come into that particular state and enforce anything because no state or local agencies will help them. They won't work with them at all.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter anyway. Look at California. Look how many times judges have told California that their laws were unconstitutional, and yet they still enforced them, and nobody did anything about it. California's had that happen quite a few times, where they passed unconstitutional laws and they were told by the federal government they couldn't do that, and they did it anyway. So. Well, the federal government kind of let the states do their own thing on that, Nunya. That wasn't really the states. Supremacy clause. It doesn't sound familiar. That could be it. I don't think of what it's called.
Yeah,
No.
it's just terrible.
I don't know if anybody's seen this before, but you see that Mexico, they're all heading to the U.S. But the funny thing is, if you watch it all, let me see, let's go up here a little bit further. Where is it?
Oh yeah, this is. Oh, you were right, David.
There's an engine back here, or a couple of them. Like really? Like they let him on the train. Huh?
Yeah, so it's a supremacy clause seeking to nullify federal laws.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was right about that. It just didn't sound like it was it, but yeah. What are you talking about, Dustin? I literally have been reading everybody's comments.
Yeah.
What's up, Daryl? How's it going? I was literally just talking to Nunya and David.
Yeah.
Come to St. Louis, stuff happens all the time.
Yeah, the Santa Claus. Yeah.
So Daryl, how did that demonstration meeting go? Are you guys buying any of those or on those drones you were looking at? Or was it just a way for you to get some free lunch? Oh, you know that some of those guys, what's up, Jonathan? You know, some of those companies will take you out to lunch and give you a bunch of free shit just to sit through their thing to try to sell your company stuff. Just like drug reps do.
Up here.
Sarah used to get all kinds of free shit from drug reps, like cups and t-shirts, and they'd bring in all kinds of food and gift certificates, all kinds of crap. They just give it out to everybody in the office.
Really?
Trying to whine it. Yeah, it's just trying to.
Well, I know the medicals like that, especially the medical reps, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And then
Yeah.
it's a way for them to butter up the doctors to try to sell them stuff. They come in and kind of whine and dine the whole office, not just the doctor, you know?
Yeah, because they know that the office staff has a lot to do with it.
Right. So they'll come in and give you all kinds of free little knickknacks.
Especially at Christmas time. But all year round, I noticed that.
Okay. But I did get a free lunch and swag. See what I tell you? I knew he got something out of it. Daryl lied to him at the end. He's like, yeah, we'll be in touch. Knowing he wasn't planning on calling him back.
Well, you know, the bad thing about it is, Nunya, if you did away with money, what would you have? You'd have communism. And that's when the government takes care of you. And that's a failure right off the bat.
Well, I mean, if robotics and AI keep going the way they are, we probably are going to be like that. Everybody is. Because then what is everybody going to do?
Well, yeah, what is that? WALL-E was the animated movie?
I mean, I'm not saying that we won't find other things to do, other types of jobs and stuff, but it's just trying to think about that. It's just, you don't know.
See, the inflation rate here was 3.3%. Now it's back up to 4% right now, they're saying. but because of gas prices.
Oh, I'm sure, Dustin, all those guys from the Cold War are out there finally getting to fight the Russians like they were trying to do all those years. Exactly what they're doing. Getting that opportunity they never got back in the day. I remember when that whole thing kicked off, there was this whole airliner full of guys from Britain that were going over there. Bunch of retired guys, all loaded up in a plane together and took off over there.
Wilford and Phillips, the South Park Lake there of 1054, and just be advised if they check on it.
Dude, Dustin, if I had the ability, I would love to buy one of those old missile silos.
Yeah.
The shit I've seen the rich people do with those things, turning them into bunkers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, you can't get much safer than that. I mean, as far as bunkers go. I mean, those things I don't know how accurate it is, but they're supposed to be designed to be able to take a direct nuclear hit.
Daryl says it's windy as hell there this morning.
Yeah, they are, Nunya. I've seen some really cool layouts on those things. There's a few people that did them. Obviously, they won't tell you where they're at because they don't want people to know, but they did do interviews where they walked people through and showed them the layouts they did. Because you can get them super cheap nowadays. People buy them from the government. God, I gotta take this keyboard apart and clean it. It's dirty.
Hey, Chuck had a good time meeting up with you, Dustin.
What's up, Tim?
Tim Jackson has got his eyeballs in the chat.
Hey, Tim Jackson.
Hopefully, they don't screw him on his hours again today. Well, hopefully, he'll get that other job. That other job will come through for him.
Is the other job he's looking at, is that local?
Yeah, it's just another company, but the guy, I guess, is guaranteeing him he'll get his hours and stuff. Because the other job he's got, I guess they're not going out and getting the contracts they need to keep everybody busy. So that's why I said hopefully that guy will come through because he's offering him more money too. So that'd be good for Tim.
Nanya says Tim is his hero. There you go, Tim.
Oh shit. Right.
The The weather here's been a little bit chilly. It's only 56 degrees here, Paul. Is it cool there?
What's the temperature right now? It was cool. It's 59 here right now. But it's only going to 66 this afternoon, so.
Well, they say that is it this Sunday is the fall equinox? I think that's when we officially go into fall.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's coming up, yeah. But it's supposed to be, what, 75 degrees on Thursday and Friday.
David, AZ Drone says it's only 65 where he is right now.
Yeah. Wow. That's cold for them. Wow.
Yes, it is.
That's usually about half the temperature what it normally is.
Yeah, the Southwest. Yep. Yeah. AZ said, yeah, Sunday is the first day of fall. Yeah, I got that email here just a little while ago, that mini to the max. Yeah. Yeah, September the 25th. That's the first day of fall here, but it'd be the first day of spring down like in Australia, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I think at those equinoxes, spring and fall equinox, is when the sun is directly over the equator, right?
I think.
And then as it moves this way and it moves that way.
Yeah.
Because that's why, in the wintertime, our light is coming at such an angle, it doesn't get light later. And in the summertime, the sun is higher in the sky and it gets light earlier and stays light longer.
I'm just trying to find.
Here comes Nanya.
Hey, Nanya, he's coming in. Because right now the sun rises at 7:08 and it's going down at 7:28. Still got just a little over 12 hours of sunlight. But it's coming down, right? We used to have a lot more than that.
Oh, yeah.
Because it get dark now, well, it's starting to get dark at 7:30, 7:45, right?
Well, isn't that the reason, like in the wintertime, you get up in Alaska and it's up at the, and all it does is it gets a little bit of light on the sky out to the horizon, but that's it.
Yeah, well, some places they're dark all.
Yep.
2 weeks it's completely dark, never gets any sunlight. So, well, so Nanya's got two going here now. All right. AZ said Australia, the first day of spring is September the 1st, Paul. So they're a little bit different than us. Trying to join Zoom, audio issues. Okay. You may have to shut his two down there, Paul. I think.
God, this keyboard is dirty inside.
Well, I guess you can go and just remove them.
Give me a second, Joe. Sorry. I just took all the keys off my keyboard.
I'm gonna get a refill. Be right back.
Yep. So they've been in the spring for almost 3 weeks now. Oh, cool. Oh.
Now can you hear me?
Now we can hear you there.
Hey, what's up, boys? What's up, Justin? What's up, Hodges?
Yeah, we're here. I'll get ready to leave here shortly. I gotta
work.
more work on my house today. So who?
Oh
What
my
the hell?
God, whatever that is, that looks like it hurts.
Joe's
Ouch.
ex's leg. Remember she twisted her
Ouch.
ankle?
They had to do this from a twisted ankle?
Uh,
Ouch.
ask Joe. I'm not entirely sure what the
Ouch.
It completely disconnected. Whatever she did.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul Hodges, Paul Hodges has a new nickname.
He does?
It's the Sandman.
The
Yeah.
Sandman?
Yeah.
Sandman.
The Sandman?
Yeah.
Let me
Okay.
see if I can find that picture I sent last night. I don't know if I still got that. If that picture's on here from last night or not.
Much love, chat. I don't chime in very often, but when I do,
Yeah.
I like to shout you guys out. Tim, AV, OV, all of you guys, AZ, all of you.
Captain Joe.
Much love. Bill, everybody.
Yeah, okay, you got you ready for a good laugh?
JJ.
Yeah, well, we're always ready for a good laugh, right? There he is.
Good. That was from sanding last night. Just get ready.
Oh, I thought that was from when you and the missus were romping around the house naked the other day.
Oh,
Yeah. They were dancing in the moonlight in the dust.
Oh yeah. He and Sheila, he didn't have his camera on because he and Sheila were running around the trailer naked.
Yeah.
You don't want to get the dust in the cracks. I'm just going to tell you that. You don't want to do it.
Well, I was in the shower, got rid of it all.
It's like being on the beach.
And today would be, hey, you ought to see my dining room right now. There's freaking dust everywhere. Well, but I got to sand more today, so no sense to clean it up, and then I can do the sand again.
Yeah, I got yelled at when I was doing home improvement for sanding and dusting out a lady's entire house, and the maid came in and had to clean everything, and she was not happy with me.
Well, what does the
up,
puppy
Bill?
dogs, do they get congested because of the sanding or?
They seem to stay out of it when I'm sanding. They're in the living room or dining room. No, living room.
You're in the new addition now, right? Upstairs?
Got plastic sheets going to the kitchen and into the living room, but
He just behind his right shoulder is the stairs going downstairs.
To the okay.
And there used to be a wall there, didn't there, Paul?
yeah, there used to be a wall here. Yeah. I did 32 sheets of drywall behind me there and down the stairs and the hallway
You
downstairs.
did all this work yourself, and I'm proud of you for that.
No, I've done it before. Not a big deal. It's only
Yeah,
drywall.
but at your age, okay, I'm really proud of you.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying I'm old. I'm half his age, and I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I can't do it anymore. I'm proud of you.
Good thing I'm not getting paid to do it because I've been taking my freaking sweet time. Yeah, I'd be broke by now. Nobody would want to hire me because it's taken me so long to do it now.
Right.
When did you start that whole project?
Oh, I don't know. Back in spring, I think. But this was a big job because, I did the plaster and lap, everything up, vapor barrier, and the ceiling, and I did a whole bunch of stuff,
How much longer do you think you'll have to finish?
Well, old house, you're never finished.
You're right.
I put a closet in. That's done because I did this room and downstairs in the hallway. Then I did the closet. So I got it done. So I went down to the dining room. So I'm doing it now. So hopefully today I can finish sanding and then get it painted and get it back livable again. Then maybe I might go to the bathroom next. I'm not sure yet.
So as you go, Paul, are you doing the trim at the same time?
No, I'm sure I'm going to do it in the wintertime.
The sanding's the worst part. It gets everywhere. And don't run your air conditioning if you're sanding drywall or anything like this, because it clogs up your A coil and turns into a brick.
Yep.
Ask me how I know. I did that in a customer's house and really, really, really screwed it up bad.
And of course, we're cooler temperatures, like it's 50 some odd degrees. I can't turn the furnace on because I got to suck out all the dust out of the ducts and before I turn the furnace on. So, but it's going to warm up this week anyways. I got lots of time before I have to worry about the furnace.
Yeah, all that dust got sucked into their A coil on their air conditioning.
Yeah,
turned into a brick, and I had to pay for this. That was not cheap.
No.
Well, HVAC, anything you do HVAC is not cheap.
Well, I'm into it, but I was after the fact. I went to school for it after. I could have probably done it myself.
Yeah.
It was before that.
But I don't have central air here. I got just window shakers.
Yep. That's what we're doing too. Yep. You can see one in the background.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you do a cost comparison of what window units cost versus putting in a central air, is it really worth it when you could go get 3 pretty decent sized window units?
It is when someone can break through your house, rip that window unit out, and steal all your stuff. Yes, it is.
Dude, if you mount it correctly, it's not any more secure than a window is.
True.
Yeah.
Because if somebody wants to get in your house, I'll just break a window.
Exactly. They're not going to worry about a window unit. They're just going to get in. That's a fact.
Well, that's what I'm saying is if they want to get in, it don't matter if it's a window or air. They'll break it to get in.
Yeah, if you want to come through that window, you better have a big ladder because it's up 16 feet in the air.
But some guys will, build. I didn't do it on mine because I didn't have the skill fall I needed to do it. But, some guys will build, entire wooden frames that go into the window and screw it into the frame and everything else. You're not going to just yank that unit out that easy.
No.
If you build it to be a permanent thing, yeah, it's not going to go anywhere. They would have to really do some damage. It'd probably be harder to get in there than to break a window and get in.
Well, it'd be easier to break a window than to get in. I mean,
well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's not really worth it.
Yeah.
But like I said, no matter how secure a house is, if somebody wants to break in, they're going to break in.
They can go right through your wall if they want to. I mean, it's just plywood, and they can just get right through the wall if they really want to. They can ram a stolen car into your house, right? They can get in if they want. This is what we were talking about with the protecting yourself, right? Once they take you right away, the criminals win. They don't care, right? They don't care if you can. If they know you're not protected, they're gonna steal your stuff. They're gonna. It's a fact.
Oh, for sure.
My back door, I got a big bar that goes across the door, so they even try to push in the back.
Well, at least you can hear them and be ready.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
Let them break the door down before, and at least you can hear the noise first.
Yeah.
I would rather them steal stuff when I'm not home, but I get what you're saying, Paul. Like you have to at least try a little, right?
Yeah.
To keep them out. I don't know how effective it'll be, but at least you know they're coming in.
Yeah, but
then you can go out the front door and run away, right? Or something. I get it. You guys in Canada are really getting screwed with those laws, man. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Take a look at this, eh? You want to break into my house? You're going to get a lawn dart in the ass.
A lawn dart? Oh, there we go. That's not illegal. Vader. What's up, Vader?
Yeah, it's Vader. He's right there. Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
He's like, whoop. See, he's protecting. He's like, he pulled out the weapon, right? He's protecting.
Damn it, I disconnected the camera.
Little guy's awesome.
Well, it went off. Okay, cool. I don't know how that happened, but anyway, cool. Well, okay, guys, I'm going to get going. I got a lot of work to do today.
Have a good day, Hodges.
Just in case I do have to do signs, I want to get some stuff done before I have to do signs. So
you're going to be on later tonight?
I'll be on later on tonight, definitely.
Oh, yeah, he's always here.
I'll probably go for coffee later on, but it won't be till like 6:30 or something, or 6:15. So I'll be on for an hour anyway. So
Have a good day, brother.
yep. See you guys.
Blood.
See ya, Paul.
Wrong button.
Hey, we having any ships tonight, Paul?
Nah, it's pretty sparse out there.
We're getting close to the end. Couple more months. Month
Oh,
or
I
two.
thought you were talking about me. Yeah, I'm getting close.
Yeah. We're getting close to the end of the ships.
Yep.
Month or two, when they stop at.
Well, there's
when,
still some pole streams around ships.
So we got November, October, September? I think they stop.
No, it goes all the way till the January.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah. Then they close down the lakes from January, like the 15th or 20th, all the way until the 1st of March.
Okay.
Because what that gives the Army Corps of Engineers and everybody else time to get their stuff done. But some of the ships, like the in Canada, some of the tankers go all time around because they'll
Really?
go to. Yeah, they
must be
they're- they
icebreakers
can't-
then, huh?
Yeah, they can't go anywhere out of canal or out of up another canal to Superior, but they can go Michigan, Huron, St. Clair, Detroit River, and then all the way down into Erie. So they can still maneuver. So they can load up all kinds of diesel fuel and whatever at
Okay.
Sarnia at the refineries and ship it.
We never know what's going to happen. One Vision. It's best to be prepared. I'm with you. When the stuff hits the fan, we'll be ready. Let's do this. This is the reason why I said there are more armed citizens in this country than there are crimes. It's a fact. And then they try to say, well, so many people were killed by gun violence and this and this. They don't ever say how many of those people shot a guy who broke in their house or tried to rape their daughter, or they never say that part. They
Right.
try to make that a secret. The powers that be are trying to keep us away from it. Okay. You can stab a guy with a pencil, right? Or a knife. No one ever says anything about that, right? You can hit a guy with a brick. No one ever says anything about that.
Or take a
Fact.
baseball bat to somebody.
Right. It's a fact. How many people die from car accidents? Way more. Lots. You're way more likely to die in a car accident. Way more.
Well, and the other thing too is what they don't really give you an honest review of how the crime rate has increased in areas where illegal immigrants have influxed in there.
Exactly. And these people who make the laws don't live in those areas.
No,
Right.
and they all have personal protection and everything.
Exactly. The president doesn't want you to have a gun, but he's protected by armed guards all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. Right? Like, I don't get it. Okay. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It is what it is, I guess. It is what it is.
It's like all
It-
these like I said, like all these actors complaining about the wall, but go to their houses and they got gates around their houses.
And
that are-
they're ready to, and they have armed people, they have guards, they have cameras, okay. All right. USA, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Oh,
There's
God, I hate-
protecting yourself has been something since before, since Cro-Magnon men, right? They protected each other back then. It's just a fact of life, okay? Trying to stop it is not good. Not good. Once they take your right away to protect yourself, the criminals win. They win. No criminal is going to say, oh, well, once they know that you don't have anything, they'll just walk right in your house, right? I'm not wrong. What do you think? Justin, what do you think?
I mean, that's.
Am I
pretty
wrong?
much true.
I don't think so. I really
Your
don't.
volume's way down again, Justin. Justin,
Do
yeah.
what?
your volume is all the way down again. All we
Is it?
hear is when you were just talking, it was.
What the fuck? Hold on. It's turned all the way up.
Wow.
Check your the volume on your
can't-
headset.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can hear you,
Check the volume in your headset.
but it's not
Right there.
overwhelming.
I know a lady from Detroit here. Used to practice with her at the shooting range. She had a 500 S&W, and she told me flat out, "They're not coming in my house." And I was like, "Okay." Old lady with a huge gun, man. Don't come in her house. Don't. And she was a good shot too. So I don't want to be the guy who breaks into that lady's house. I'll tell you that. It was a huge revolver. Huge.
Oh, cleaning keyboards suck.
You guys are awesome. Love you guys. Letting me spread my views, and the way we do things here is awesome. Nowhere else that I know of you can do this without repercussion, right? And this is awesome.
Well, it's because, the basic right that everybody has is an opinion. That you may not
Yes.
agree with it, but doesn't mean you shut them down or whatever,
And Paul, what you just said, guys in chat, it's okay to be against it. That's okay. Let us know. That's okay.
You don't have to agree with everything.
Right. That's okay. We're not going to hate on you for it.
Yep.
That's a fact. This is not the chat for this. It's not. Anybody heard from what's his name? Mexican. Is he Mexican? I don't know if he's Mexican. I don't want to say it wrong. Oh, I gotta think of his name right now. The young cat.
Carlos?
Carlos, thank you.
Carlos isn't Mexican.
I don't know. That's why I didn't want to say it, because I'm not really
Carlos
sure.
is whiter than I am.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I didn't want to make it. I don't want to. Didn't want to go up that road, but
No, he claimed he was Mexican one day because he got mad because we called people illegals.
Has anyone heard from him? Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's been on Laura's show a few times.
He
Okay.
goes on Laura's show periodically.
Okay.
Laura does that show on Sunday afternoons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then she does a late one. What, on Wednesdays, I think?
Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah.
But it's like 2 or 3 in the morning our time, so.
It's definitely hard, Quinn. Definitely. It's a fact. A lot of countries need this. Unfortunately, that's not the world we live in. You're right. You're absolutely right. Tim.
Well, the only thing I disagree with that, Quinn, is the fact that you're never going to bar the criminals from having weapons.
Exactly.
They're always going to have weapons.
Yep. When they know you can't protect yourself.
And especially
bust
if
in.
you were to ban all weapons from the citizens, that just makes you might as well go out in the world naked,
A stick is a weapon. A brick is a weapon.
Yep.
And if you have nothing to defend yourself against it, they're going to come in your house, they're going to take your stuff, and they're going to kill you. Fact.
There's been other countries that have banned guns, and all it did was cause violence with different types of weapons. So instead of them using guns, now they're using knives.
Yep.
Because that's what they can get their hands on.
And
been
there's countries
happening
that,
that's been
Justin, there's
happening in the
countries.
UK.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was
Sorry.
gonna say that's been happening in the UK for the last
Yes.
decade or so. They've been having a big problem with stabbing.
They turn flare guns into real guns over there now. I forget what they call them. They're like called.
And it's
forget what
not
they
like
call 'em.
UK doesn't have some gun violence. They just still have shootings. It's
They
not
do-
as
they do.
common, but it does happen over there.
Well, you know, if you think about the UK, it evolved. Remember when they used to have armed?
Mhm.
Now they don't have any police on the street that aren't armed.
No, I don't know. From what David and them were saying, they said there are some still, but there is like a special units that have guns.
Right.
But the
And
majority
plenty
of the,
pencils.
I don't know. I'm not from there.
Jim, he always knows just what to say.
I'm just going by what people from there have said.
Okay, Dynasty. All right. Anyway,
So I mean, even David
matter
was a
what it
victim
is,
of a
okay.
stabbing.
doesn't stop them from robbing you. Criminals don't care about laws. It's a fact. They don't care about laws.
Well, and
If
that's
they
the thing
did,
is,
they wouldn't be criminals, right?
people are like,
They
put
wouldn't
more
care.
gun laws in place. What are gun laws going to do for anything?
Right. They don't
Because
care. Criminals don't care. Fact. Exactly. They don't care about laws. They're lawless. That's what they do. That's what they do. But we do appreciate your comments.
And there's
my brother.
plenty of gun violence elsewhere in the world. It's just the U.S. gets we get focused on because we're the hub for
Well,
a
and
free gun
we're the large
society.
one of the larger countries that have the freedom to bear arms.
Right. Well,
Right, so we
I
tend to
think if
catch more
people
flack
knew,
for it.
Justin, you were saying it perfectly. I think if people knew what it was like in other countries, they wouldn't bitch so much. Okay. It's awful overseas in some places. It's awful. Uganda, places where it's just awful. Like you can't even walk down the street. And when they find out you have money or a camera, they take it from you. They'll shoot you and take it. Right? There are places in this world that are not like this. Our things that we worry about are nothing compared to overseas. They're nothing.
Like Brazil has a really bad problem with gun violence as well. You just don't hear about it.
Yes. A lot of people
Like I
don't know
said,
Hawaii has a lot of gangs.
everybody
Lots of gangs. Lots.
everybody focuses on the U.S. because we're the poster child for gun rights around the
You
world.
don't know. He lives
And
in
so-
another country. Shut up. Tim always knows what to say. This is why he's my hero. He's always got the best answers. Yeah.
But that
Yes. One Vision. Yes. And if you can't protect yourself, they're going to mug you. And maybe you might die. Fact.
Yeah, Dustin, you're right. There's a lot of areas. It's like you don't want to walk on the street, San Francisco at nighttime. You don't want to, unless you got an armed guard with you. You don't want to be in New York City at nighttime without some kind of form of protection, or at least be aware of where you're going and what you're doing.
yeah, but the problem with those areas is you can't have any protection.
You know what Philadelphia is like? Kensington?
Oh, Philadelphia is a drug den.
It's awful. It's awful. Those fatty heads will rob you. They will rob you. Fact. I don't think people know how bad it is in some parts of America. It's
Well,
terrible.
and the thing of it is it's all right to do documentaries where you're showing all these bunch of druggies on the street. But what they're not showing you is the crimes these druggies are doing in order to get their drugs.
Yep.
Yeah,
They'll break into your house.
The
they'll
money
rob
just
you.
doesn't fall from heaven, and so they can get their fixes.
Yep. And here we go with the gentrification. It's very much so in Kensington, very much so. They're the powers that be are buying up all those properties, and they're waiting. Then they'll sweep the streets clean and make it a nice place again. That's what they do. It's a fact. If you don't know what gentrification is, look it up. It's a fact.
Yeah, and every country has, like Tim's saying, every country has gangs. Every country has
Detroit is
I
very
mean-
much this right now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still gun violence in Australia because I remember Tim and Mars talking about some guy got shot. What was it? A few months back, they were talking about somebody got shot in
true, Tim.
Australia.
How do we fix it? I don't know, but we need to. It's a fact. I don't know how to fix it either. Needs to be fixed. I don't
I
know how
mean,
to
it's-
fix it. I wish I did.
There is no fixing it. It's human nature.
I carry Narcan in my car everywhere I go. Even if a person is sick, I brought it to our local library for free because even if a person is sick, they don't deserve to die if you can help them. Narcan. If you guys know what Narcan is, Narcan will pull a person out of
Overdose. Yeah.
yes, and it needs to happen. Okay, I don't
Well,
know how.
my
You don't
only
want someone to
argument,
die from this. right?
Nunya, my only argument with that is how many times does somebody have to overdose to kill them
Right, and you
before
can't
it's
fix
like
everyone. I get it.
before it's just like you're just wasting time at that point.
Right.
Like I'm
I
not
get
trying
it.
to sound mean, but it's true. It's like some
It
of these
is totally
people.
true.
Well, the
Some of
thing
these
that is
people,
what should be, there should be a Narcan registry. If you issue Narcan to somebody, you should have to record the date, the time, the person, and everything else,
I agree.
so that you can track that person and find
Right.
out if they're habitual
I agree.
or it's a one-time deal, you know?
I agree with you.
because honestly, I think it should be like an NDA. If you keep doing it over and over, I mean, at that point, I think you're making your own decision at that point.
You know,
I
a
mean, I
person
hate to
told me.
say it, but
A person told me, Justin, well, they're just going to use it on themselves. How do you do that when you're right? You can't. That's not what the point is, right?
no, but
They're,
a lot
they're
of them
down
will
for the count when you do this.
a lot of
right?
them will carry it for each other because they'll help each other.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Well, a lot of
That
them
makes
will carry. Yeah, a lot of them will carry it up for each
To look
other.
over
when-
each other. Okay. I
Well,
mean,
like I
is that
said,
wrong
it's-
either? Maybe. We're going down a road that can't be fixed. That's the problem. That's the problem I have with it. How do we fix it? I don't know either. It needs to happen. Those people in Kensington need help. And how do we fix it? I don't know. I wish I did. I wish I had the answer. So
Like I said, I'm not against helping people, but it's at the same time, it's like, how many times can you help them before it's like Paul said, they're just being a habitual offender at that point.
you're awesome, Tim. And this is why he's my hero. Stick the pencil in, break it, job done. Okay. All right. Hey, this is why I love him so much. Real talk. Okay. Real talk. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I gotta let Doggy out. Hey, he said real talk. Let's do it. He said pencil in.
I'm working on my keyboard. Don't give me any shit.
Yeah, I imagine people are getting tired of looking at my ass on as being the only one on screen.
Well, I got all my keys ripped off my keyboard because I
I understand.
was cleaning them. And my keyboard, I didn't realize how nasty it was till I
Don't
started
you
looking.
have a shop vac or something where you can suck it all off?
Well, I have removable keys on my keyboard, so I can take them all off and clean them and then get real clean up underneath it. You know what I'm saying? So I just pop all the keys off and then I clean all underneath it really good. And then I wash all the keys in just some hot soapy water and then dry them and put them back on. Why?
Well, anywho,
There we go. No, stop.
so you didn't go on you didn't go on last night, did you, Justin?
Okay, that's not the right number 7. No, I didn't.
I checked for you and you weren't on. So by 9:30, I stopped checking.
No, I didn't go on last night. 75. Where's 8 at? No, I didn't feel like going live last night.
Is Tim working today or is he not working? Is he?
I don't know.
Unless he's just on standby or something. I don't know.
That would be Numlock. Be another one up there.
It's okay to be protected. If you have good people around you, you can trust. My neighbors would never let me pass away
I'll
this
give
way.
you a mouse, Tim.
Ever. They would never let this happen. Ever. We are a close-knit community, which is more likely a better answer. But if you're running in there with a guy with a gun with a bat, I mean, I don't know how to fix that, right? It just is what it is. So we should probably get off that topic because every time we talk about it, there is no good answer, right? There's no good answer to it.
Well, no, it just all it does, Nanya, is just highlights the fact that society over a period of time has changed and not for the better.
Right. Jerks have been kicking. People say, "Oh, we're living in the worst times." No, we're living in the best time ever. Actually, Genghis Khan killed 3/4 of the population. Okay, it was terrible back then. Awful, and they
Yep.
didn't have guns then. They were just beating each other with sticks and knives.
Beheading and all kinds of
It
stuff.
was awful back then. Awful. The Romans killed millions of people. Millions. Way more than anything we've ever done with guns. Ever. It's a fact. Anybody ever tried I'm going off topic because I'm trying to get away from it.
Yeah.
Anybody ever tried civet coffee?
What? I don't drink coffee.
Civet coffee is the one that goes through a civet and they poop it out.
What?
I'm wondering if it's good. That's all. I'm just wondering if it's good. If anyone's tried it, let me know if it's good. Is it worth it? Because it's really expensive.
I would say probably 90% of the chat probably hasn't.
I'm gonna say no.
I would say the percentage is higher than that, Justin.
Well, I'm only saying that because that shit is really expensive.
It's expensive as hell, but it's shit.
It's like $100 per. I don't know exactly. It's really expensive.
But there again, that just proves our society is. If it's expensive, they want it. They don't care whether it's shit or dung or whatever.
Right.
You know, if somebody came up with a dung flavored cigarettes, somebody would buy it.
Someone would buy it.
Yeah.
Went from guns to coffee. Totally did, Tim. Totally did. I'm just trying to change it. Okay. We don't want to talk about guns all day. Especially for you guys over there where you can't. I mean, I appreciate your opinion, but
well, you know, there are some people that live in other countries that just they don't really like guns, so they don't really care because they've kind of been around that whole. They've never had the right to have them anyway, or they did at some point and they got taken away, and then they just kind of never really fought it. So.
I really do wonder what civet coffee's like. I don't want to try it myself. Nobody does, right? I don't know. The civet poops it out. What? No, that's not real. Is it? It is. Totally real.
They poop it out and then they get dried and hatched up and yep.
It's so weird.
I always thought that they ought to have probably you get rich at it. You have a poop coffee.
A poop coffee?
Yeah. It's like $10 a cup. Poop coffee. We've got it right here.
And I thought Starbucks was expensive.
Yeah, you guys
They don't have civic coffee at Starbucks, do they? Maybe they do. I don't know.
Yeah, y'all got guns in Australia, just very strict rules on it.
Maybe
Like
somebody knows.
I think they have to have so much land and all that before they can have one. Just like in England, they still have people that have guns, but they have to have like farms and shit like that. There's certain regulations that they have to fall under to have it.
Well, see, the point is, though, in regular society, especially here in the United States, I'm talking our regular society, you still have to follow the rules if you are a gun owner. But it's not the gun owners, it's the people that go out and steal them and do things with them and sell them, illegally sell guns to nefarious people that aren't registered. And how do you stop that? Well, the only way you stop that is when you catch them. It's like you gotta throw them away. You gotta lock them up forever or whatever. Hey, I'll be right back, guys. My senior meals here.
Okay.
Old man meals there.
Yep. Meals on Wheels?
Yep.
Let's do it.
3, 4, 5, 6. Much funner putting the keycaps back in than taking them out. But luckily I have a matching keyboard. So if I don't remember where they
Let's
go,
see what we got today, Nanya. My Meals on Wheels came.
Meals on Wheels. Let's do this.
that was quick. I thought they
I
come
always
in and like
wondered
check on you.
what
and
they
all
give
that.
you. Meals on Wheels.
I thought they have to come in the house and like check on you and crap.
Well, you answer the door, you're being checked on.
I mean, yeah, your well-being's good if you can walk, right?
I'll wait till they
Okay,
come back to the door
chicken.
and start yelling.
Right.
Chicken, rice, and vegetables, hot. And over here in this bag, I've got a salad.
Okay.
I've got slice of bread.
Now, this brings up another topic that I don't know if you guys know about, but
Here's the salad
Hello
dressing.
Fresh. Don't tell me it's fresh. All right, it comes in the mail. Liar. Okay, don't tell me it's fresh. It's not. Okay, nothing that comes at UPS is fresh. Nothing.
Here's salad. I think this is salad dressing, and here is 2% milk.
Well, I mean, you could claim that
I'll
if
check
it
it
was
out, Tim.
shipped.
Thank you. Thank you for the link. I'll check
If it was
out.
shipped same day, I would consider it fresh, but
I really do want to know. Thank you, Tim. I mean, it comes in the mail. That's
well, like I
not fresh.
said, if
That's
you
not
ordered it and it
fresh.
came the same day,
I
then
don't care. That's not fresh, dude. Fresh is fresh made. Coming in the mail, frozen isn't fresh. I'm sorry. And it's damn sure not cheap like they tell you. And it's for sure not affordable. They lie to you. It's lies. All lies.
it's a big
all lies.
conspiracy.
Hey, Nanya, what's your real thought on that?
I'm saying, you know,
It's all part of Big Froza's plan.
it is what it is. Do you enjoy the Meals on Wheels?
I eat some of them, and some of them I give to my neighbors. But
You think I don't want this? Shove it away. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
let's see. It came with a note today.
Yeah.
6. Please circle the correct response. how would you rate Council on Aging?
I mean, I
Very
guess you
good.
got to eat it first,
Are you
right?
satisfied with the food? Yes or no? Is the food arriving at a reasonable temperature? Yes or no? Do you feel safe with your current situation? Yes or no? Are you satisfied with your delivery driver? Yes or no? Are the meals meeting your needs or do they need more help? Yes or no? Name, telephone number, male or female, how old are you? Additional comments.
Now, how many no's are there on this list? That's
Oh,
what I want to know.
every one of those things has a yes or no.
Okay. But
See,
how? No, what I'm saying is how many no's for you?
me? Well, I think they're doing probably as good as they could. You know, when you're cooking
Acceptable.
for
Okay.
hundreds of people and having it delivered, delivery truck
Acceptable.
comes
Okay.
up. You know,
Oh,
how would
they
you
actually
rate
do.
Council on Aging? Because it doesn't cost me a dime.
That's awesome.
Lynn gets it also.
So what you're saying is there are people who do care about humans.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are agencies out there that'll take care of you. If you have a
Okay.
Council on aging in your neighborhood, check in. And if you're over the age, I think it's 60 or 62, they have a program called Meals on Wheels. And I think it's generally nationwide.
It
And
is.
they'll provide you with 7 days of meals. What they do is they deliver Monday through Thursday. And then on Thursday, they hand you 3 more days of meals frozen.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
so
I
then you
was-
put those in the freezer. So you're getting a quality meal every day.
Okay.
I always thought Meals on Wheels was for, I always thought that was for, needy families. I didn't realize it was for elderly.
Oh,
people.
seniors. Yep.
Well,
They're
no,
just
I
trying to
thought it
feed
was,
people.
I thought it was like
Yeah.
a food bank that like anybody could go to. I didn't know it was
It
specifically
kind of
for a
is, but
certain
it's
age
more
range.
for like whoever.
Well,
right?
especially this one. This one is run by Council on Aging.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I didn't realize it was for a specific age group.
Not to say that maybe there isn't another agency that provides food for the homeless or people that can't afford anything or whatever.
The Kensington folks, right? Do those
Yeah.
folks deserve to eat? Every human does. Fact. They do. Fact. No person deserves to not have a place to
Tim,
live and eat.
so Tim said we got Meal on Ruse.
Meals on Ruse. Did they jump to your house?
That's what you call following the golden rule.
Out at Outback Steakhouse.
Yeah, this looks good.
Always been for seniors. Okay.
I don't know. Did you get a good look at it? It's a chicken patty on rice
I mean,
And
looks
vegetables.
good. Doesn't look bad.
and veggies. And the salad looks pretty good too.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad. Some
I mean,
veggies.
it's not like going to Starbucks or whatever, but
I mean, it's veggies and food. Let's have
Yep.
it. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad. Oh, salad. Okay. Yeah, doesn't look bad. There's nothing wrong with eating America or any country for that matter. Every person deserves a place to live and food. I said it, right? Every person.
right.
I don't care who you are, how sick you are, how drugged out you are. Every person deserves clothing, food, and somewhere to sleep. That's not a bad thing. So that's okay. I'm glad they're doing a good job. Are they consistent? Are they coming every like?
Oh
they're
yeah,
supposed to be?
they come every day at about 10 to 10:30. Pull in the driveway and they got a special van where the things pop open and
Okay.
Yeah, just
That's
make
awesome.
sure Make
That
sure
makes
you're
me
giving
happy.
your honest opinion and everything.
That makes me happy.
Mm.
Hey, all I know is honest, brother.
No, I'm talking
All
about
I know.
Paul.
Oh, Paul.
I'm
Sorry.
saying just make sure you're giving your honest opinion on it.
He seems to like it.
That's good though. Because you know those people probably get, you know,
You know how many people starve to death in this country? It's sad, right?
A bunch.
Like, it really is sad.
Let's see how the vegetables are.
HJK. Excellent.
The only thing I was saying is Hello Fresh, right? You're not fresh. You're not. Fact. If it comes to your house in a UPS truck, it ain't fresh. Is it good? Okay, maybe it's good. That's okay.
Well, technically,
It's not fresh. It's not.
Well, no, it's not technically fresh, but flash freezing food does actually preserve a
What
lot
would,
of the nutrients and stuff.
Justin, what would Gordon Ramsay say? Okay, well, we're going to a jerk right now because he's kind of a jerk, but it's
No, I'm
not
saying
fresh, right?
you couldn't call it technically fresh, no, but that doesn't make it any less quality because actually, like I said,
Quality, yes. I'll give
flash
you that.
freezing food actually does preserve a lot of
Yes. The
nutrients
astronauts have
and
known
stuff.
this for years. Yes, that's a fact.
Each one of the meals come with a sticker on it that has the date. This one says 9/19 of 23.
Wait, how many days ago is that? Can anyone calculate? Because I don't know.
But today's the 19th.
Okay, so
It's
pretty
it was,
freaking
it was
close to
made
fresh if
today.
it's true. Now, I knew a guy who worked in a factory where they rubbed off the sticker that told you where it was with alcohol and repressed the date. So you can't trust everything. It's a fact.
Well, it's a fact.
They rubbed the date off.
You can't trust everybody.
Right. Don't trust everything. But I'm going to say it's probably pretty reliable. Looks good. Doesn't look like it's bad. You said it comes non-frozen. They give it to you hot?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I
That
could
proves to me that
I
it's
could
probably
take I could take and eat this right now.
That proves to me it's probably fresh.
But it's got plastic over the front where they sealed it before it came.
Scoop it up. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's probably because whatever they handed you, it's probably what they want you to eat now, so they heat it up for you.
Right.
So you don't have to do it.
Tim, have a good sleep, brother. We love you. No homo. We love you, brother.
I'll see you later, Tim.
You're my hero. Don't tell nobody else.
So, Justin, what's your plan for the day?
A few things I got to get done.
Well, we're down to 13 people watching. I think I'm going to call it.
All right, you guys. You gonna
Everybody,
come on?
everybody have a great day.
You gonna come on later, Paul?
Oh yeah, we'll be back on at 5 o'clock.
All right, I'll check back in if I can.
Okay, everybody, take care
Much
and
love.
thanks
Much
for
love, Chad.
stopping by. Justin, thank you, my friend.
Thank you for having me,
We'll see
Paul.
y'all later.
Okay, Nanya. Bye for now.